The people you've been learning the Bible from, they've been lying to you.
Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group nor any other Christian organization. This is something that we must understand, right? The kingdom of God, which is the kingdom of heaven, must be our oppressor's hell. And I'm going to prove it to you in the Bible. And I'm going to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is in relation to the kingdom of heaven that Jesus Christ, that we know as Yahushua Mashiach, prayed for in Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Meaning the will of the Most High God is going to be done in earth as it is in heaven. In 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9 is going to explain to you the will of God that's going to be done in earth as it is in heaven. Because the kingdom of God is going to be the kingdom of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans being in charge, being in power, being in authority. And the king of that kingdom is going to be a black man. And so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, we share the same bloodline in the same DNA of Yahushua Mashiach, Jesus Christ, the black man that's going to be the king of the kingdom of God, who's going to rule with absolute justice and with absolute righteousness under the Most High God. I pray that everybody understands that. Be not deceived. The Lord is saying, don't be deceived. Pay attention. Don't let anyone lie to you. Neither fornicators. Fornication is just unlawful sex. So if you're a fornicator, meaning you're someone who behaves in a way who wants to have sex unlawfully, meaning having sexual intercourse with children, having sexual intercourse with animals, having sexual intercourse with another man's woman, a woman having sexual intercourse with a man who is outside of her actual husband. All right? Having sexual intercourse in relation to watching XXX content, explicit content, OnlyFans content, or 304 content. That's what it means to be a fornicator. And so the Lord said, neither fornicators shall inherit the kingdom of God. Which means what? Our oppressors for sure will not inherit the kingdom of God. You want to know why? Our oppressor loves 304s. Our oppressor loves OnlyFans. Our oppressor loves having sex with another man's woman. Our oppressors love to leave their husband to have sex with another man. Our oppressors love that type of lifestyle. Our oppressors love homosexuality. Our oppressors love lesbianism. That being said, the kingdom of heaven is going to be absolute hell for our oppressors because they cannot live without fornication. How do I know? They run the XXX industry. They run the strip clubs. They run the brothels. They're the ones who orchestrated a way for Black, Latino, and Native American women to 304 themselves on the corners of LA and Nevada, Atlanta, New York City, Norfolk, Richmond, Danville, Lynchburg, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, you name it. They created a way for our brothers and our sisters to 304 themselves all over the internet for themselves to indulge. And we've been brutalized and sexualized and abused to indulge in those kind of behaviors ourselves. The kingdom of God is going to be absolute hell for our oppressors. It says, nor idolaters, meaning idol worship. Our oppressors are going to despise the kingdom of heaven. They're going to loathe it because they can't live without their Zeus. They can't live without their Hercules. They can't live without their Athenas. They can't live without their Cupids. They can't live without their Santinalias. They can't live without their Valentines. They can't live without their Janus. They can't live without their sun gods Apollo. They can't live without their Hermes. They can't live without the gods and the goddesses that they erect. Because in the kingdom of God, all of that is going to be torn down and destroyed. Our kingdom is going to be absolute hell for our oppressors, like your Donald Trumps, your Joe Bidens, your Ronald Reagans, your Nixons, your Roosevelts, your Harry Trumans, your Eminems, your iCarlys, your Will Ferrells, your Mark Zuckerbergs, your Mark Wahlbergs, your Liam Neesons, your Leonardo DiCaprio's. It's going to be absolute hell for them. Let's continue. Where it says, nor adulterers. Just like I said, that falls under fornication. A man having sex with another man's woman. A woman leaving her man to have sex with another man. Or a man leaving his wife to have sex with another woman. You're supposed to keep them both. You cannot leave your wife to go and have sex with another woman, because sex is marriage according to the Most High God, and it's nothing else other than that to the Most High God according to the scriptures. It's in the law. But because of Christianity and because of Trinitarianism, they'll make you believe that only Christ can keep the law because Jesus Christ is a God. According to the scriptures, Jesus Christ, Yahweh Mashiach, is a man just like us. He's not a God. And you have the ability and the capability to not have sex with another man's woman. If you're a man, you have the ability and the capability to not leave your man to have sex with another man or woman. You have that capability. You have that ability. As a man, you have the ability to be with one woman and the second and the third and the fourth. And you must keep them both if that's what you're going to do. Because sex is marriage. Our oppressors despise and loathe the fact that sex is marriage. They despise it so much, they push the narrative in the ideology of monogamy. They despise sex as marriage so much that they will establish strip clubs and brothels and sites for you to buy 304s off of, men or women. So you can have their way, so you can have your way with them. That's how much they despise and loathe that sex is marriage, because they are incapable. They are incapable of understanding and fulfilling that sex is marriage and living out the fact that sex is marriage. They're incapable. They don't have that ability. That's why the kingdom of heaven is going to be their absolute hell. Let's continue. It says, nor effeminate, meaning you cannot exhibit behaviors of a woman in the kingdom of God, in the kingdom of heaven. Our oppressors love, and I mean they love, to be women. Our oppressors love to be women so much, they mimic the black woman when they're LGBTQIA+, when they are the homosexuals. They are the ones who like to have sex with other men. That's how much they love being women. Well, the Lord required us as blacks, Latinos, and Native American men to not be effeminate. We can't be like women. We can't dress up as a woman like Martin Lawrence. We can't dress up like a woman like Tyler Perry. We can't dress up like a woman like Jamie Foxx. Now, today, all over Facebook and Instagram, you see nothing but brothers dressing up as women to be funny and to be some type of a comedian. None of that. All of that is against the Most High God. It says, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Meaning, you can't abuse yourself with another man if you are a man. Our oppressors love the fact that they can abuse themselves with men and little boys. It's Grecian practice. It's Roman practice. That's why it's practiced in the Roman Church, in the Roman Catholic Church. That's why it's practiced in America. The kingdom of God in the kingdom of heaven must be absolute hell for our oppressors, and they're not going to inherit it, because that promise is for so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. With that, I say shalom, where the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one